Namaste again, my beautiful goddess. It's so lovely to reconnect with you. I am so grateful that you are here. And in order to welcome you more deeply into the Flourishing Goddess community and sisterhood, I would love to share with you today something that's so essential for us sensitive, soulful women to know. And these are the top challenges, the greatest challenges that we experience as modern goddesses. Right? So I have gone through them, my clients go through them, and I really want to share not just the challenges, but what we need to be doing instead. And really just clear up some myths, especially that create a lot of blocks for us sensitive, soulful, highly sensitive women. And the reason we face so many of these challenges is because we live in a very masculine world where the feminine has been oppressed for so long. And, as we're trying to rise, we're seeing the wounded masculine still really fight us, where the divine masculine honors and cherishes and adores and worships the goddess, the divine feminine. Unfortunately, the wounded, insecure, fearful masculine just is so threatened by feminine power, right? So we are the ones who suffer for it, and our world suffers for it as well when we're not in our power. So it's really essential for us to face what these challenges are so we can overcome them together and rise up into powerful women and leaders and queens and goddesses. So let's get started. The first challenge, I've written them all down over here in my nice little list. So the first challenge is that we tend to play small, right? We dim our light and we're just afraid to come out of the closet, especially for those of us who are spiritually inclined. This might be a very private part of our lives that we don't really feel comfortable sharing with others because they might think we're woo-woo or hippie or might not understand it. And yet this is such an essential, natural part of us. We may have been raised feeling like we're very sensitive and hypersensitive. I certainly was. My father used to call me. He used to say, "Why are you so hypersensitive?" But, your sensitivity is your gift, and yet we don't really embrace it as well as our other gifts, so we play small. We play small because we sometimes are more afraid of success and living at our full potential than we are of failing. But my love, when we dim our lights, no one benefits, right? Because you were born with certain gifts that only you can share. And even if you feel like other people are doing the thing that you want to do, that's your dream, your fantasy, no one's going to do it like you're going to do it. No one can be you. No one's lived your life. No one has your story. No one is you. Your essence is divine and perfect and beautiful and so necessary. And so we need to hear it from you. We need to receive it from you. We need to see it in you. We need your example. We need you to play big because no one benefits when you play small. So that's one of the first challenges that we have that I hope you'll now really know that is not only not serving you, it's not serving us. So do it for us, okay? Play big and shine for us. So connected to not playing big and shying away from our light, because that's the solar plexus chakra. And if you watched my last video where I talked about the goddesses that I share with you in my meditation that you get for free when you sign up to the Flourishing Goddess newsletter, Bridget and Amaterasu, right? You awaken them at the solar plexus. So this is your inner light, your warriors, your inner sun. And this is where we really need to take back our power, where we need to take a stand for ourselves. So for me in my own life, this was a huge spiritual lesson because my father was very abusive. My mother was too, but him being the male represented patriarch and authority figure. And so it really disempowered me. And, made me feel like I was powerless, that my voice didn't matter, that my value didn't matter. And I manifested that through how I was treated through school and also in my workplaces, in the corporate world. I had bosses and colleagues that represented that to me, that gave me the opportunity to heal it because truly they were my spiritual teachers, right? So they helped me to see that I wasn't in my power. And you need to take back your power so that you can, again, have your energy for yourself, have your light so that you can shine it and really be true to yourself. Set boundaries when you need to set boundaries, right? So being the authority in your own life and taking back your power is so essential. And one of the myths also with feminine is that the feminine is all about sensuality and softness and love. But there are many warrior goddesses who are loving, But they're tough love. There's Kali, the Hindu goddess of wrath and destruction and transformation. There's Sekhmet, the Egyptian lioness-headed, bare-breasted goddess, also of pure courage. There's Pele, the volcano goddess of power, right? So there are all these powerful goddesses. And the reason our power has been oppressed is because it's a threat. It's scary. It's uncontrollable, like the volcano. Yet it's time to unleash it, honey. So let's do it together. Just affirm to yourself that it is your time to reclaim your power and to stand in your power. And that's at your core, in your belly. The next thing I see with my clients, and I have done myself, is, something so many of us can relate to. And it's that we often confuse being unconditionally loving to others. And we confuse that with actually what turns out to be more of a codependent, toxic, and sometimes even an abusive relationship dynamic. Okay, so we'll end up being a rescuer or a martyr or an overgiver, and the relationships are not balanced, right? And so we just think, well, I can love my way into healing them and bringing out their goodness. And, well, they're not treating me well, or they're acting like this, and it's not really honoring, or it hurts my feelings, but I can just give them all this love and it will support them and heal them. And we think that it's our job to love like that, but that is actually not love. That's not loving ourselves, right? So unconditional love is not the same thing as unconditional acceptance of unloving behavior from others, right? So you can absolutely unconditionally love someone. What that will look like is if someone is not in integrity, right? If it's a boss or a partner or a friend who doesn't treat you well, who's sort of disrespectful, let's say, then you don't have to feel like, okay, they're just hurting. I know they've been through so much, and so it's okay. I understand why they are the way they are, and I send them love. That is not honoring yourself. Love would look like, okay, I know they have gone through a lot, and I know they're a child of God, and there's divine light and, presence of the Creator within them. So I bless that part of them that is divine, and I pray for them, their human self, to reconnect with that divine self so that their actions are connected and coming from a place of love and truth and integrity. And in the meantime, even as I pray for them and I accept that this is how they are and where they are on their path and who they are right now in human form, I will also not unconditionally accept their unloving behavior. That is what unconditional love really is. So our challenge is that we can confuse that, and we really want to make sure that we know that just because we are the Kuan Yin of giving unconditional love and acceptance doesn't mean that Bridget doesn't need to come in and balance it with some boundary setting. Okay, my love? Now, as we go, continue on our path of the challenges that we have, a lot of times I find that we are seeking love and validation, approval, and our sense of self-worth and value from others. And what that does when we don't have that in ourselves as highly sensitive, soulful women is we make some grave mistakes. We overgive, we overcompensate, we undercharge, in our business or in our work, we accept less salaries or salaries less than what we know we deserve. We undervalue ourselves. And we just give it all away. We overcompensate, and we also under-expect what we deserve, right? So these end up creating more fatigue and depression and resentment and frustration and a lack of fulfillment for us, a lack of balance in our relationships, a lack of the love that we deserve, the salaries that we deserve, the compensation we deserve, the respect that we deserve. But here's the thing, my darling. Others can only respect us as much as we are respecting ourselves. So if we are not centered in our own self-love and worth and value, we will experience that from others. And instead of blaming them and feeling sorry for ourselves, our work here, my darling, as I have had to do myself, is to reclaim our power and our self-love and our self-worth so that we don't overgive and undervalue, but we know what we're worth. And we expect that, and we attract that, and we inspire that. So to help with that, we obviously need to know how to receive. And that's another great challenge that us women face, is that we have a lot of trouble receiving. Sometimes it's receiving a compliment. Oftentimes, if you compliment a woman, she'll say, oh, this old thing, or, oh, I got it on sale for $10, or I've had this for years, or you look beautiful, your skin is so nice. I've literally said this. I compliment women all the time, wherever I go. My cashier, waitress, lady on the bus, everybody. Whenever I feel guided, when it's natural and authentic, obviously. But, it's sad when I hear women say back, if I say your skin is beautiful and glowing, oh, it's just the makeup I use. It's like, no, it's you. It's you. So say thank you. Be a gracious receiver. Know that the more you allow yourself to receive, the more you'll have to give to others. So your receptivity is your feminine energy. And in this yang world, we're constantly told to give and do, and also to earn. Like, you have to earn your good, right? You have to be worthy and deserving of it. You don't have to do anything to earn your good. You are worthy because your worth is inherent. It's goddess given. All right. You deserve every good. You deserve the highest fulfillment of your deepest desires in abundance. And there's nothing you have to feel that you need to do, you must do, or you should do to receive it. So when it comes to you, when you open to receiving, just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Give thanks and enjoy, goddess. So connected to sometimes having blocked energy around receiving is trouble manifesting, because we maybe don't feel worthy, or we're just striving and struggling and too much in that masculine stress energy that we're saying, I'm working so hard, where's that promotion? Or I'm giving so much to my business, where are the clients? Or I'm, doing all these things to manifest love, where's my soulmate? Where's my baby? Where's my dream home? Where's my dream trip? Where are all these things? When are they going to manifest? Where's the abundance? And this is about coming back into flow. Manifesting the feminine way has to do with being centered in your own infinite creative energy, capacity, and power. So again, in the meditation that I gave you earlier, when you sign up to the newsletter, we awaken Lakshmi, right? We awaken Aphrodite, infinite abundance. The source of everything you seek is already inside of you. So your work isn't to try to go out there and get it, or even to try to manifest it like it's something you're going to bring in. That's why the word attract is a little bit of a disservice to us, because you're not so much attracting it as cultivating a deeper connection with what you're already connected to. Everything you desire. It's already in heaven for you, ready, available. You're simply bringing it into form through your feminine essence of feeling the joy of having it manifest already, feeling the peace of it, feeling the excitement of it, celebrating it, and again, knowing that you're infinitely worthy and deserving of your desires to manifest. And so it can be very helpful here to learn how to sync up with feminine cycles of manifesting. This is why my Triple Goddess program is very helpful when we are in stuck mode, when we're stuck and we're not in flow. So learning a little bit more about the Triple Goddess will be very supportive. And I will leave a resource for you, a free resource for you to support you in learning a little more about the Triple Goddess, so you can really embrace these rhythms and get out of that crazy, fast-paced, never-stopping masculine mode into your beautiful, luscious feminine mode where manifesting is joyful and natural. So the next challenge I see that we have a lot is we strive and struggle so much, and then we don't enjoy the fruits of our labor. Instead, we just start striving and struggling for something else, right? And this is very much, unfortunately, what we've internalized from the masculine, the wounded and unbalanced masculine, not the balanced divine masculine, which is beautiful. We need that. We need that to take action and to connect mind and heart together, right? The masculine is more mind and the feminine is more heart. So we definitely need the masculine, but when it's in excess and overdrive, we're just struggling and striving. And when we accomplish something, we're too tired to enjoy it, or it gives us a bit of a temporary satisfaction or high. And then we realize, oh, this actually didn't give me the happiness I really wanted. And so then what happens is we want the next thing. And it almost becomes like this addictive pattern because there's a void inside. Yet feminine, my love, the goddess teaches us that, again, all happiness, all contentment, all desire, all joy, all zest, all pleasure, all passion is inside of you. So when you want to manifest anything on the outside, The key is to connect with your deep inner why. Why is that important to you? And when you connect with the why, you might re-examine some of the things that you think you want. Because you might realize, I don't actually want a promotion. I want more fulfillment in the work that I do. I don't necessarily want more money. I want more freedom. I want to feel secure. And then you can say, well, then is this thing that I think I want going to help me with feeling more freedom, experiencing more freedom, or anything else that you desire? So it's really important to connect with your inner why, which is your soul, your spirit, your inner goddess, guiding you and just always speaking to you as to what's for your highest good. And that way you can release this pressure that we constantly feel that we have to do it all on our own. And also know, my love, that you're never on your own, right? Just anything you're struggling with, give it over. The masculine is to push and power through. The feminine is to pray, soften, and surrender. So always, when you find yourself in that place of struggling and striving, stop, pause, surrender, take sacred self-care, and watch the miracles flow. And so in order to hear your inner goddess, the next challenge we experience is that we don't either connect with our intuition, or if we do connect with it, we don't really trust it, or if we even feel like it's the right guidance, I'm hearing my guidance, then we may not follow it. We let the fear come in between us following our guidance and our mind and just talk ourselves out of it. So it's such an incredible challenge that all of us face. And so this is where we need to know that your way of creating as a goddess, as a woman, is by connecting with your inner wisdom. So it's so essential to center into your wisdom, to have practices for that, and to make sure that you are doing so, because this is where you're going to co-create with magic and really open to miracles, right? Your intuition is always going to light your path and to guide your way on. There's a beautiful song in the Kundalini Yoga. They always sing, may the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. So that light within you will always guide your way on, but you have to trust it. And it's okay if you don't trust it at first. Just do it, take that action, and know that you will be guided. And then you'll build your confidence in yourself and your intuition the more that you listen to and follow your inner guidance. So the next challenge that I find so many of us have is that, similar to not playing big and being afraid to play small, and similar to not standing in our power, is that we're afraid to be leaders and queens and the ultimate authority in our lives. Okay, so you're not just meant to be a sensitive, soulful woman who's sending love and light out all the time, but you're meant to be a queen and a leader. You're the heroine in your hero's journey, right? You are the shiro or the heroine. And so when you claim yourself as a queen, you have dominion over your life, over your world. You can create everything that you want, and it comes from a place of regal self-confidence, regal self-love. So in the meditation that I really hope you got, and if you haven't, just go back to my first email that I sent you, my love, where you'll get the meditation download. But Hera, that's why I connect you with her at your heart center. Hera is the goddess who will help you to reclaim yourself as a queen, to hold your head up high, and to have really high standards for yourself, right? And to have alignment with your values. And most importantly then, to be a leader, to inspire and empower others on your path as you honor your own path, right? And just live a very empowered and aligned life with all the abundance in every part of your life that you deserve. The next challenge that so many of us face, the final challenge that I find, is that we just put everyone else's needs before our own, right? So again, this is connected to that overgiving, and we may not take as good care of ourselves as we know we need to. So we're tired, we're stressed, we're irritable, we're fatigued. And this is, again, with the Triple Goddess training, will really help you to know how to sync your month with the cycles of the moon, with the cycles of your menstrual periods, right? With menopause, if you're going through that beautiful initiation. So it's so essential to know that you are worthy of taking sacred self-care of yourself, so that you have the energy to do the work that you're here to do, so that you can give the love that you are a channel of. And most importantly, my love, this really comes down to you reclaiming and healing any wounds around your self-love, your self-worth, your self-value, your self-empowerment, your self-esteem, and your self-respect. Because again, in my own life and with all my clients, no matter what we're struggling with on the outside, no matter what our challenges are, they can all be healed when we come back to all this great self-love and self-everything that I just shared, right? And that's where the goddesses are. There are goddesses for all these things, all these beautiful gifts that we are worthy of reclaiming. So I hope this has helped you to realize some challenges that we face, and I would love to hear from you which challenges you really connect with, which ones you want to work on, which ones maybe you don't have and that you're really good with. And to further support you with this, I would love for you to download the affirmations PDF that I have for you. So go ahead and click on the link below, and that is the affirmations of the goddesses that you met, and some that I've shared again in our video today in our training, where you are going to declare and affirm each goddess archetype for yourself, so that it can really help you with all these challenges to overcome them by reclaiming the 14 goddesses that I've shared with you that are going to help you with all your chakras, and the chakras being connected to every part of your life will support and empower you in every part of your life. And if this has served you, I would love for you to share this with any sisters, any friends, any women in your life that you know are also sensitive and soulful and maybe struggling with some of these similar issues. And even if you don't know that they are, they could be. So please send it over to them, and just know that I really appreciate that, because I want a soulful woman to reclaim our feminine power and flourish in every way into the goddesses that we truly are. So I really hope this has supported you, my darling. And in my next free training video, I'm going to share with you the 7 essential practices that sensitive, soulful women like us need to practice every single day to truly flourish in every way. They're so essential. So I know that they're going to really support you. I know you're going to love and enjoy the gifts. So keep an eye out for that. And let me know how all this has served you and supported you today. And just know that I'm so grateful you're here. I'm so happy to support you. And I look so forward to reconnecting with you again. I'm sending you all my love for now. Namaste.